There. On. Why is my mic not picking up my voice? Okay, there we go. My reactive images are not showing up. Give it a few. Why does this always happen? I might I might have to set it up manually again. I mean, I think I don't have it here. Come on. Okay, so while we're waiting for it, I'm going to ask y'all. My god, I forgot. Anyway, I'm gonna I'm gonna be playing Penny Black today. This game is a game I've played a few years back. I forgot almost everything that I forgot everything that happens in it, but it's a pretty unique game. I found it when I was scouring for different types of different types of dating sims and visual novels. This one is pretty straightforward. It's kind of like you're entering your answers. There's like predetermined like answers that you can enter. So it requires a bit of like paying attention to details, and I really like it. So I just realized I haven't showed it yet. Oh, there we go. It looks like oh there's my ENG. So it looks like the command chat for the computer. Yeah, it's intended to look that way. Probably gonna have to drink a lot of water because I'm gonna be doing a lot. Give me a second. Alright, I think we're ready. Yeah, we are ready. Just press enter. Please make sure that caps lock is on before. Okay, caps has to be on. Okay. On. Let me lower the Nintendo music. You walk briskly through Soma City, avoiding families, businessmen, and groups of teenagers dressed in a whole manner of vibrant colors. Today was a Saturday, and the city was filled with an abundance of people and traffic. You, however, have lived in Soma City for most of your life, so going through the busy streets just feels like an ordinary everyday ritual. Ordinary if it wasn't for the fact that you were going out with a certain girl from your class today. You breathe out a sigh when you reach the desired destination, that destination being just outside the Soma Cinema Complex. You stand and wait to the right of the double doors, occasionally glancing at the people entering and exiting the building. Since Penny, name of the game, was nowhere in sight, you realize that you have arrived a little earlier than you expected. In all honesty though, that was a good thing. It gave you extra time for some breathing space and to mentally prepare yourself. Check your wardrobe and belongings. You decide to dress casually, wearing a dark red shirt, blue jeans, and white trainers. In your left pocket, you have your mobile phone, and your wallet is stored in your right one. Due to forgetfulness, you have not yet registered Penny's details on your phone, but you remembered her number off by heart, kinda creepy. The time showed 10:30 on your watch. You and Penny both agreed to meet up here around 11 because the available films to watch were showing a short while later on. You waited and waited and waited. You check your watch after 10 minutes, then after 5 minutes, then every minute. You start to panic. It was a few minutes gone 11 and there was still no sign of Penny. This dude's panicking over nothing. I mean, I understand wanting people to be on time, but like, it's only a few minutes, dude. I wait an extra couple of minutes, or do you have a better suggestion? Maybe you could phone her just to make sure that everything is okay. Okay, yeah. So with Penny Black, you have to type it in all caps and it's only one word answer. I mean, personally, wouldn't it be creepy for Penny if we just called her up? Because as far as she knows, she hasn't given us her number, right? So let's just wait. Yeah, just be patient, dude. Some minutes later, you notice a small girl brave through the hordes of people. You recognize her instantly. Your stomach tightens in a knot. Penny, your classmate and your date, has finally arrived. She looks so much different compared to when you see her at school. Even the air surrounding her seemed to glow. She scampered up close to you. Her eyes met yours. La la la, I guess. Penny wore a black t-shirt with the skull design in the center. She also wore a pink and yellow tartan skirt, long white socks, and red trainers. Slung over her shoulder was her handbag, which was colored magenta, not to mention decorative with a whole manner of trinkets and charms. She's my type of girl. Of course, she had her trademark short black hair and those alluring big blue eyes. Her attire made you wonder if you should have made more of an effort. Upon meeting you, Penny places her hand over her chest, taking short gasps of cool air. I'm sorry I'm late, my train was delayed. Penny says, bowing in haste. You resist the urge to pet her as though you would try to resist petting a puppy made out of candy floss and rainbows and other miniature puppies. Yeah. Okay, dude. Ah, no problem, you reply. I only just got here recently, you're fucking lying. You look different, you add, trying your hardest not to sound completely weird. Thanks, you too. You are sounding weird, sir. You swallow a lump in your throat. The date had barely begun and already you feel like a huge bag of nerves. Then you remembered about the cinema complex, the beginning of the actual purpose of the date. Shall we get going then? You asked, hoping the answer would be a yes. I mean, if she wanted to ghost you, she would have. Penny nods in reply. You push one of the doors open and allow Penny to walk in front of you. Your score is 5. Oh, just so you all know, the choices are like scored in here. It tells you how much you earn after every while. You and Penny step inside the Soma Cinema Complex, your feet warmly greeted by the smooth red carpet. Even in its off-peak hours, the place was still thriving with people of all ages. The ambience of conversation, laughter, and arguments was quite overpowering. There is a large queue straight ahead, which is where you and Penny need to be should you wish to buy your tickets. The queue is descending rapidly though, so it should not take too long. I mean, personally, I would have ordered tickets online, but yeah. A short distance to your left. Oh wait. When was Penny Black made again? Fuck. 2018. I'm pretty sure online ticketing was a thing already by 2018. Oh well, none of my business. A short distance to your left is where the snack bar is located. It is easily distinguishable by its checkered floor tiles, identical circular tables, and half a dozen vending machines. There's also a glass cabinet monitored by a member of staff showcasing an array of edible, savory, and sweet. Perhaps you should check the place out after watching your chosen film. All around you, you can see many small screens repeatedly showing trailers of the films available to watch today. 3 in particular catch your attention. Second. Okay, if I remember correctly, Penny was a horror movie type of girl. Also, off tangent, I actually really hate food courts. It's just there's something about them that just makes no. The first one is a horror film titled Zombie Venom Armageddon. It looks frightening to say the least, and you wonder why on earth such a film is on during this time of day. It is certainly a possibility. It would be far from boring, and who knows, Penny might just latch onto you once or twice out of fear. She won't. The second is an action film called Space Turbo Knights XX Revenge of the Galaxy Gigaverse Overlord 3. That's a long title. This film is currently the talk of the city, and everyone you know at school was ranting and raving about it. It's essentially a bunch of brightly colored warriors doing battle with space aliens and other hordes of enemies, saving the day, saving the world, that sort of thing. You feel tempted to check it out just to see if it is truly worth the hype, but would Penny be interested as well? The third film is a romantic one, the kind of film your parents might be into but unlikely to be your cup of tea. The Love and Wonders of Fleeting Jack is the title, and there's little else you know about it besides looking all lovey-dovey and full of drama. However, a romantic film might be the perfect mood maker between you and Penny. As the queue begins to shrink, you realize you have little time to make a decision. Could ask. So, which film would you like to watch? You ask Penny. Penny looks around, glancing at all of the trailers. Her forefinger traces around the image of her t-shirt as she tries to think of an answer. Unfortunately, her eventual response was kind of wishy-washy. Well, I don't mind really. Whatever you pick will be fine. You lower your shoulders a little, hoping she would be a touch more decisive. Looks like the ball is back in your court. What film will you go for? Let's go for horror, because she likes horror. I remember that. You purchased two tickets for Zombie Venom Armageddon and wondered what on earth made you go for that choice. It's called making the right one. You and Penny walk up. You wait. Oh my god! I just suddenly like blacked out a bit there. You and Penny walk up a flight of stairs and through a couple of passageways until you reach an open door marked Screen 13. You both step inside the theater, a rich smell of popcorn filling the air. For a horror film to be shown this time of day, it was surprisingly busy. Many seats were occupied by couples and groups around your age, and excited chatter was heard by a lot of them. Checking the numbers shown on the tickets, you feel a twist in your stomach. Oh, you said quietly, realizing something was up. These are front row tickets. Maybe that was a good thing, maybe that was a bad thing. You guess it depends on how terrifying the film is. You turned to face Penny, but she had already scampered to the front of the big screen. She had beaten you in taking her seat and was eagerly waiting for the film to start. Does Penny like the sort of thing she does? With haste, you make your way forward and sit next to Penny. Strange. Being close to a girl, you expect to feel much more nervous in this. Perhaps the tension of the film started to overrule your nervousness. Once all the advertisements and trailers finished, the main feature began. You sat in. Oh my god, I cannot read today. Oh shit, I'm on emote only. When was that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to turn it off. I'm so sorry. I had to turn it on because of the recent hate raids thingy. Oh well, there it is. It's disabled. I'm gonna enable it after the stream agito. So that's my bad. That's my bad. Right off the bat, death, carnation, terror fill your vision, quite literally, given you were so close to the screen. You felt like you were practically one of the actors running around in total panic. A few jump scares make you jolt back in fright, and you would have expected Penny to do the same thing, but no, nothing of the sort. If anything, Penny was captivated. She seemed to relish watching everything fall apart and burn in hell. Who would have thought that a girl portraying petite... I hate that word. Delicacy could be into something so dark and twisted and nasty and evil. 2 hours later and the film reaches conclusion. There were 2 survivors. The world was decimated beyond all human recognition. You barely survived yourself. The darkness returned to full light and Penny skipped out of Screen 13 happy as a lamb. You on the other hand staggered behind soulless and void of joy. After the film, you both decide to grab something to eat at the snack bar. From the display cabinet, Penny buys a sandwich and 3 thin slices of cake. They all have different icing on, one with vanilla, one with strawberry, and one with chocolate. Meanwhile, you are content with just a medium-sized vegetable pasty. Pasty? I don't know how to say that. Seeing numerous human lips being torn apart has put you off eating meat for a while. I understand the sentiment. Midway through your meal, you decided to make conversation. So, I take it you're into horror films. Penny nods, wiping a bit of strawberry frosting from her lips. She feels a little bit embarrassed. Yeah, you could say it's a guilty pleasure of mine. She continues talking, slowly breaking out of her shy mask. She explains how her bedroom is more than 50% filled with horror DVDs, undead figurines, and all sorts of dark and gothic items. Even her walls and ceilings are painted black. Wouldn't that be a really hot room? I would hope she has AC. Give me a second. Our score is 50. Look around the room for an answer. It was an experience, but it wasn't all that scary, really. Except for that one time you clutched onto me. Just stop lying, dude. Oh crap, she would remember that bit. But that was where the zombie wolf ate half of the soldier's head off. You look awkwardly at her, searching for the right thing to say, but then Perry covers her mouth, trying to suppress the urge to giggle. Hey, that's not funny. You protest, but even before the end of that sentence, you find yourself breaking into laughter as well. Once you both settle down and finish your food, the two of you then leave the cinema complex via the double doors. Well, looks like the date is heading off to a good start, even if it was at the price of your sanity. Soma City. You both agreed that the city square would be your next choice of places to visit. Keeping close to each other, you bypass the crowds and traffic and soon arrive at the said location. Despite of her smaller stature, Penny seems to keep up with you just fine. Though busy, Soma City Square carried more of a pleasant air about itself. On its smooth, stony surface, children were chasing each other, laughing, jumping around, and screaming in joy. Meanwhile, young moms and dads were gossiping away, talking about everything that revolved around school life, family, and just life in general. You never understood why it was called the City Square because its whole layout resembled more of a hexagonal shape. Likely, the locals would be in uproar if it were changed to Soma City Hexagon, whatever. The middle right and across a bridge is where Center Plus Plus is located. There's a giant shopping center that holds numerous shops and stores in all sorts of areas of America. Consider going there next, but for now, you take in all of the sights and the sounds. Wait, hold that thought. On instinct, you look at the sky. The sun is trying its best to shine, but the dark clouds may develop into a heavy shower. Sooner rather than later, you hear a mild rumble that doesn't sound too healthy. You reckon you have enough time to visit one location with Penny, but where to go? At the center of Soma Square lies the Grand Fountain, an immaculate craft of bronze and silver. The fountain continuously sprays water that alternates from clockwise to counterclockwise. A few children are dancing around the attraction in circles, further highlighting its appearance. North of the fountain was a stone statue of a male soldier. He was standing on top of a platform, his arm raised in a permanent salute. You don't remember seeing that statue before, so they must have built it there recently. Slightly to the right of the statue was a small vacant flower garden, displaying a nice simple pattern of what appears to be dandelions and daffodils. It was certainly one of the more scenic distractions. Located south. Okay, now wait. Drink water. Doing. Nagbibinata ako, guys. Oh, wow, wait, what? Already. Oh, shit. My throat hurts already. Give a second. North of the fountain was a statue of a male soldier. He was standing on top of a platform, his arm raised in a permanent salute. You don't remember seeing that statue before, so they must have built it there recently. Slightly to the right of the statue was a small vacant flower garden displaying... Oh wait, I already read that. Located southeast, you can see a lonesome busker playing what you think looks like a saxophone. Unfortunately, she doesn't seem to be playing all that well. You are no expert, but you can detect the odd incorrect note here and there. A flock of pigeons were pecking away at bits of breadcrumbs southwest. A single boy aged 7 or 8 was trying his best to feed them all quiet and contentment. Lastly, west of the fountain, you can see a male magician dressed entirely in violet. His teeth were a perfect dazzling white, and he was definitely not shy in showing the offs, smiling all the time. He entered the crowd of 20-something children by doing all sorts of magic tricks. Pulling a near-endless supply of multicolored socks was all pretty standard cliche, but the part where he fired miniature confetti exploding rockets from his hat looked pretty spectacular. Wait, what? Miniature confetti exploding rockets. That's new. After briefly examining everything in sight, the magician holds your interests the most. Of course, you have to think about Penny as well. Maybe she would like a location with more solitude, like the flower garden. I mean, I know there are other places, but I don't know the word for them. I mean, we're not taking this so seriously. I'd rather see the... Mhm. Honestly, I think the magician would be fun, but that's just me. I'm sorry, Penny, but I want to see. With the magician emanating so much entertainment and joy, it was clearly the one and only choice to make. You and Penny walk over to stand behind the crowd, which has now doubled in number. His next act seemed fairly normal at first, as he withdrew half a dozen tennis balls from his overalls. He started to juggle with them. Moderately entertaining, as one would expect to see from a typical expert juggler. But then he threw all the balls up in the air and swallowed them all one by one. To top it off, the magician stared at the sun and breathed out an almighty... That's an actual wizard. The magician is in dire need of a guest for his next performance, he announces. Who wants to be the assistant of the magician? As one might expect, the screams from the children were all deafening, the lot of them raising their hands as though their lives depend on it. You considered raising your hand yourself. The magician stroked his long, thin beard. That's an actual wizard. All of you are worthy contenders, but I, the magician, shall choose you. His finger pierced the entirety of the crowd and zeroed in towards one of the few people who didn't raise their hands. Penny Black, you couldn't believe it. Penny pointed at herself, her body temperature dropping to freezing. Me? The magician nods with his awesome smile. Nervous, Penny walks to the center of the stage, not having a clue what to expect. She looks so cute being bewildered in front of the cheering crowd of children, but at the same time, you hope she doesn't feel too embarrassed. You knew she was a very timid person at school, so this kind of situation must feel completely out of her element. You feel very, very tempted to take a photo of her, but don't do it, dude. Does the assistant have a name? The magician demands. Striking his finger inches away from Penny's face. Dude, don't do that. Penny looks like she's about to die. I'm Penny, your date stammers in answer. Miss Penny, he shouts, waving his arms in a grand flourish. Everyone applauds her like they would applaud a celebrity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Penny may have been my assistant for only 10 seconds, but did you all know that she has the magic ability to summon animals? The magician removed his mat as the crowd oohed in anticipation. He plucks out an ordinary-looking wand. Take thy wand of summoning, Miss Penny. You watch on as Penny gingerly accepts the wand. Now, I want you to tap on the hat not once, not twice, but thrice and once more. But before you do so, can anyone guess what shall be summoned from thy hat? He starts pointing at random children friends, and they all release a selection of answers. A squirrel, a fox, a hamster, bunny. The magician strokes his beard. Interesting answers, everyone. So without further ado, Miss Penny, summoner of animals, strike the hat thrice and once more. Penny nods and slowly taps the magician's hat once he removed it from his head. Once, twice, thrice, and once more. On the fourth tap, there was a loud kapow which startled everyone, followed by a bellowing cloud of smoke. When it starts to clear, you all hear muffled person cries until suddenly an adorable baby tiger crawls out of the hat, leaping onto the ground and greeting everyone with the fiercest meows he could possibly muster. Fortunately, the tiger was acquainted to human affection, for he gracefully allowed Penny and the other children to pet him. You felt tempted to join in, but decided you were happy enough watching Penny be overwhelmed with the cuteness of the little animal. After his final acts came to a conclusion, you and Penny lead the magician, and just in time too, for a heavy shower broke out of nowhere, mercilessly soaking anyone who forgot their coat and brolly. Like you and Penny, you both dash across the bridge and run inside center plus plus. Wait, our score was 15. Let me just calculate. So we earned 8 points for that. I think it's because we got the wrong animal. Not entirely sure. Scene 4. Ground floor. Welcome to Center Plus Plus. Give me a second. I'm gonna drink water again. Alright. No sooner had you arrived in the center, another loud rumble erupted outside, which was quickly followed by a merciless downpour. You would have both been utterly soaked to the bone had you stayed inside a little longer. Even though you have visited Center Plus Plus on numerous occasions, you still had that degree of tension and excitement whenever you stepped inside. It was easily the largest attraction in all of Soma City, consisting of many floors high that were accessible via stairs, lifts, and escalators. Each floor was full of shops, stores, restaurants, and other areas of amusement, so it was truly understandable why some people would want to spend the whole day here. As for its main appearance, the floor tiles, walls, and ceilings were all a blend of blue and cyan and white, making the whole layout look very modern. SM. As you would expect, the place was extremely crowded. There was a little bit of breathing space on the ground floor, but as you look up and up and up, your eyes were greeted with a sea of busybodies. You cross your fingers and hope by the time you finish with the ground floor, more and more people would have dispersed from the higher ones. Penny was lost for words, but her eyes spoke volumes. She was no longer a teenager, but a child who had ventured inside the largest candy store in the world. Suddenly, she snapped out of her trance. With speed inhuman, she explored every place on the ground floor, with you trying to keep up with her, trailing behind by quite a margin. In all honesty, if I was like in a place that big, I would probably be speeding all of the place. A sudden, agonizing yelp forces the two of you to stop in your tracks, turning to see the source of commotion. A short distance to the right, an elderly man had slipped over a piece of discarded rubbish, causing him to fall backwards. We respected the man's determination, for he managed to sit up straight away. However, he found it challenging to stand, trying to balance himself with his walking stick. Whilst people were slowing down, concerned at what they had witnessed, nobody made any effort to help him. The lack of sympathetic air made you feel obligated to do something. Maybe you could at least ask the old man if he needs any help, or you could aid him, ensuring he would be able to walk again. On the other hand, he did seem resistant. A single fall was not going to faze him, so you could ignore him and carry on exploring the rest of the center. What do you do? Ask? I mean, just asking. Like, at least ask. The elderly gentleman was clearly in a lot of stress, and from the look on his face, there was no way he wanted to be made a fuss of. Aiding him might make you a burden, whilst ignoring him would be a little rude, so you compromise. Hey, are you alright? Do you need any help? You offer. Not only did the man decline, but he declined with malice. You must be joking, he spat. Survived World War II. Think I can survive a bloody crisp packet. You nodded and took a brief look at his wardrobe. The old man was smartly dressed, displaying an array of medals pinned to his jacket. Oh. A very prideful war hero indeed. Watching the old man hobble onwards, you glance at Penny and the two of you exchange a quick smile. After some more browsing, you and Penny make your way up to the next floor. 29. So we... Dude, the graphics are so next level, dude. Really immersive. Oh, no. That's 6 points. What should we have done? Should we just have aided the guy straight up? Also, welcome to the stream, Bayani. Scene 4, Floor 1. Our survey says, whereas the ground floor showcased more of a gift and souvenir environment, the first floor was filled with shopping stores. How the fuck do you say that word? Restaurants and cafes. Neither of you felt the need to visit anywhere on this floor, plus you both already had something to eat at the cinema complex not that long ago. Even so, the places were all very colorful and eye-catching, each one different from the last. There was a very fancy French-themed cafe close to your left, The cakes displayed behind the window were so big and wonderful and decorated that you had to tear your eyes away, lest you might gain a stone just by looking at them. Though more populated than the floor below, you and Penny managed to wade through just fine. It was the escalator to the next floor that posed a problem, or to describe a situation more accurately, it was the lady surveyor blocking the escalator that was the problem. I thought about taking the stairs instead, but it was going to take much backtracking to find them. Wait, you recognize that girl. Her name was Sammy White. Penny Black, Sammy White, do you all get it? Haha. And she's in the same school that you and Penny go to. You're not friends with her or anything, and she's not even your classmate, but you have definitely seen her on more than one occasion. Sammy was 2 years your senior and was the president of the Anything Goes Club, whatever that may entail. And oh fiddlesticks, Sammy's eyes zeroed into your line of sight. Oh god. Oh, that's a lot of text. Give me a second, I'm gonna drink water. Okay. With beaming enthusiasm, Sammy rushed towards you both, armed with her fountain pen in one hand and her big chunky clipboard in the other. Appearance-wise, Sammy certainly stood out from the rest of the people. Her wardrobe largely compromised, fuck, I can't read anymore, of a buttoned-up white lab coat big enough to nearly cover her hands and shoes. Her light brown hair was extra long, tied at the end with a big white bow. Lastly, Sammy had on these extra thick goggles, which made her appear more like a mad scientist than she did a surveyor. Hiya, Sammy introduced in a way that made hyperactive kids normal. Would you mind sparing a minute or 10 to ask a few simple questions? Her supersized hopeful grin made it really difficult to reject the offer. Also, the way she was about in circles made escape completely impossible. No, not at all, you find yourself saying. He guessed that you and Penny were the only people today to take part in the questionnaire, for Sammy cheered like no tomorrow, jumping up and down for joy. How did the other people run away? I'd like to know. In spite of her heavy attire, you also notice her, why would you look at that? Yeah, direct your gaze elsewhere. Hip hip hooray, Sammy said in delight. Okay, so this questionnaire is entirely based around how much of a lovey couple you two really are. Hearing the words lovey-dovey and especially couple caused Penny and yourself to turn into frozen statues. Outright shock were written on your faces. Wait, we're not a couple, you protest? That's right, Penny adds. Twice as flustered as you were. We are. And suddenly your voices trailed off. The two of you stood awkwardly side by side, exchanging sheepish glances. Sammy places a finger on her lips. Okay, who the fuck says okay noki? I think only Sammy says that. Not a couple, but that's a tad on the suspicious side. You sure look like a couple to me. It appears that Sammy is having a hard time believing you. Well, you could tell Sammy the truth, stating that this is actually your first date, or you could lie and pretend that you and Penny are family related or something to that. This is such a unexpected one. Okay. I mean, hello Terrence, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay. I mean, I don't think Penny would appreciate us telling the truth. Could probably lie, considering Penny doesn't want to admit. Hi Shaggy. Welcome to the stream. I mean, probably lie. The truth will set you free. I mean, that would. Our score so far is 29. I mean, we could just rerun it, no problem. Let's just say the truth for now. Let's see how much that gives us. You are not sure if this is a good decision or a straight up bad decision, but you just didn't have it in yourself to make up a story. With a hand across your heart, you take a deep breath. Well, this is like a first date, you answer. You expected Penny to react in a negative manner, but instead she took it very well. She made a timid smile and agreed. As for Sammy, your eyes turn into a multitude of hearts, hearts within even more hearts. Oh my gosh, this is so. Oh my god, who the fuck speaks like that anymore? First dates are absolutely without a doubt, couple potential. So I am definitely treating you two as a temporary couple. Couple beta, couple alpha, couple omega. Yes, it's a text dating game, dating sim game. The dating text game. Okay, you both reply, looking at each other with uncertainty. Sammy raises her pen in the air as she explains the rules of the questionnaire. The rules were as follows. Sammy will ask some simple questions and you and Penny must answer as quickly as possible. Right, oh, are you ready? Sammy asks. Wordlessly, you both nod. You were no longer part of a simple survey ordeal. Now you and Penny were contestants and Sammy was the zany game show host. Contestants? Give me a second. I'm gonna drink water again. This is a lot of text. I'm gonna be pausing quite a lot. Question number 1. What is your most favorite day of the week? Still a touch nervous, you both answer Saturday. It was kind of a no-brainer really since you didn't have school to worry about for a couple of days. Sammy nods and after ticking certain boxes prepares for her next question. Question number 2. What is your favorite sandwich? Sandwich. Marmalade. Mine would be an egg sandwich. Yeah. Penny quickly replies. Penny's hasty reply puts you on the spot. You decide to go for turkey, but really you're not too fussed about any filling so long as they're tasty. True. Sammy taps the pencil on her, suggesting the answers. More boxes are ticked. 3 bonus points for marmalade, nothing for turkey. We're sorry for choosing such a boring answer, you retort. And there's a point system now? Sammy completely ignores you and moves on to question 3. Question number 3. Oh, thank you for the follow, Buzzwax. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your stay. Bayani, how... I can't even... That's such a bad one. Oh my god, okay. Okay, so... Starting from now, I cannot say the word that Bayani just banned. This is good. Okay. Okay. Okay, we got this, okay? We got this. We got this, okay? We got this. Don't worry, Bayani. I'm gonna have to eliminate all of the words from this one. I'm gonna have to like skip over them. Okay. Question number 3. What is favorite pet? The spaniel. Answer. Penny thinks for a bit and comes up with a less than ordinary answer. Panda. Same, girl. Sammy nods and makes some more adjustments. Definitely 1 point for Panda. Only 1 point for Panda. Penny whispered to Blank. Blank shrugs, whispering back to her. At least Blank got some kind of score going. Question number 4. Sammy continues. What superpower would Blank like to have? Invisibility. You know what? Oh, fuck! I lost. I was gonna say that I will substitute the use for eyes. I immediately lost. I immediately lost that one. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? We're still gonna continue it. We're still gonna continue it. How long was the word ban? I said it again! Bro. I'm so bad at this. Okay, that was 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. We got this. Invisibility, I say straight away. Given the question, I would have used it right now to avoid answering more of Sammy's questions. Flight. Many answers, maybe so she could glide over to Sammy and escape to the next floor. This, okay. Got this. Question number 3. Oh, wait, no. I thought I pressed enter. What the fuck? Time passes and both of us lost count at how many questions we had to answer. At a guess, probably around 30, but it was hard to tell because at this stage, all of Sammy's questions appeared to blend into each other. And now for the grand finale, Sammy announces she and along with her. Why? Why are you so focused on? Oh, fuck! I'm so mad! Wow! MCY! And now for the grand me and Penny and I brace ourselves for the final question. What is our favorite color? So hard. I stare incredulously at Sammy. Seriously? This was the nail-biting finale to end all finales out of reflex. Okay, okay. We can do that. We can do that, Bayani. I can do that. Okay, so how many have I said? I feel like that would be like 20 minutes now. Oh fuck. that's 20 minutes now, okay. So I can let up when it's already 9 p.m. This is my punishment for being bad. I stare at Penny as her sparkling eyes blink twice. To avoid the situation becoming embarrassing, I decide to avoid saying black as the answer, but what color do you choose? Fuck! I said it again! This game! This game is making it hard! Okay, so that's 5 more minutes, 9:05. I stop at 9:05. This game is making it hard. There's so many of it in here. Okay. It's possible for the whole thing to do it. I mean it kinda is, but this is I'm committing myself. I'm committing myself to it. So I stopped saying that word at 9:05. The fact that this game Bayani, shut up. The letter that comes after T, it's O. The fact that this game has so many of that word, considering it's in like, I guess, second person, is making it harder. Type in my choice. Okay. I'd pick. Personally, I'd pick green. Or no. We're going for brown. Okay. I answer with my chosen color, whereas Penny decides to choose red. When all was said and done, Sammy seemed to be working out a scientific calculation. Crossing and ticking and underlining were necessary. She makes a final leap for joy as the questionnaire game show was brought to a conclusion. Okie dokie, couple in training, the tests are done and the results are in, so without further ado, scores are as thus. The little lass is triumphant by a total landslide, winning 7 points to 0. I lower my head and sigh. Why? I knew it was all a silly experience, but it would have been nice to get 1 or 2 points as a consolation. And that's not all. The little lass wins a special prize. From her lab coat pockets, Sammy plucks out a My Little Unicorn figurine and pushes it into Penny's unprepared hands. Thanks. Penny replies, smiling disbelief. Is that My Little Pony, but like the word unicorn? Sammy takes a broad sidestep away, allowing him both passage to the escalator. Think. Fuck, are you kidding me? That's okay, that's 9:10. Game! Thanks for participating in my survey. Enjoyed the rest of the day, she said with a bow. But at least she was normal when it came to goodbyes. Okay, let me drink water. Okay, so we went from 29 to 36. That's 7 points earned. Alright then. This is so stressful. My penalty is getting longer. Scene 4, floor 2, closed equal paradise. As we explore, oh my god, I almost got it there. As we explored more and more of the second floor, my heart slowly drops into the pit of my stomach. I completely forgot that the god, that word ban makes this harder, considering the perspective it's in. But hey, it makes me think, so that's good. I completely forgot that the second floor was filled with clothing stores. Every variety of shirt, jumper, jacket, and tie were all available. That would be my paradise. I'm sorry, I actually really like clothes. And every material manageable. Even the people walking around wore all sorts of fashionable attires, making me feel somewhat out of place. I almost got it again. I looked around and recalled all the times I spent here with my mother. During my younger years, I remember her dragging me all over the place, venturing every store that was vacant to venture. She made me try on all sorts of casual and school wear, and the end result was me carrying 3 bag loads of the stuff in each hand. On impulse, I turned left. Instead of seeing Penny, you saw the invisible space where Penny should be occupying. I said it again, didn't I? Did I? I don't even know anymore. Did I say it? I think that's +5 again. Oh my god. 9:15. On impulse, oh my god, that was close. On impulse, I turned left. Wait, I already read this. Okay, wait. I scanning forward, I pinpoint my date, zipping into the largest clothing store she could find. I give chase lest she would risk... No, I would risk losing Penny in the universe of clothing. Dashing through the automatic doors, I entered the store and called out to her. Penny turned around and merrily skipped towards me. She shoved her handbag into my chest. I'll be back soon, Penny stated, and already disappeared into an aisle before I had a chance to reply or blink or make any kind of reaction. This is gonna be training for me. Keep presence of mind while reading long texts. And so I stood there, dumbstruck and holding Penny's handbag. Looking to my right, I realized I was not the only one. In fact, there was an entire row of guys, teenagers, and adults all holding handbags that were no doubt belonging to their girlfriends, partners, and wives. It was likely I was going to stay here a while, so I decided to make some small talk with the guy standing closest to me. So how long have blank stayed here? I joked. The guy I was talking to was not in a humorous mood. Rather, it was like the entirety of his soul was sucked dry, leaving behind an emotionless shell. Oh my god, dude, are you okay? Oh fuck. 9:20. I'm so bad at this, bro. I keep on getting gotten by this game. Not sure, he replied, checking his watch. Since breakfast, maybe? I thought it was wise to end the conversation there, since his harrowing depression was starting to drag herself down. Judging from her black top and tartan skirt, I gathered Penny was a fan of style and clothing, but I kind of hoped that it wasn't going to be the last I would see of her. This is so... brain expand. Speaking of style, I recognized I was holding Penny's handbag, a pretty work of art in itself. However, it was the 4 charms attached to the handle that received my undivided attention. They were female figurines as big as your thumb, and they were all characters from a Fuck! I said it again! That's another 5 minutes! Hello, X. Wait, I can't even say the full name. Okay, just for context, um, Bayani banned the word, so I cannot say the word that refers to other people when you're when I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it, dude. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I got this. I got this. Okay, since I just said it a while ago while reading this, it's 8. No, it's 9. 9:20 now. No, 9:25, right? It's just getting longer. I want out. Okay. They were female figurines as big as my thumb, and they were all characters from a well-reviewed beat 'em up game that I used to own as a kid. Actually, I think it's still lurking in my bedroom somewhere. The game was called Seasonal 4 Fighting Finesse. There were only 4 fighters to choose from, but each one was bursting full of character and came with a wide variety of attacks. X, I'm being tortured right now. I can't even read your message because it has the band. Ah, no! 9:30! Ah. I can't even read the message because it has the banned word in it, okay? So... suffering. Pain. That's 9:30 now. It just keeps extending. Pain, suffering even. Bayani chose a really good word. Okay. And came with a wide variety of attacks. I remembered the names of 3 fighters. Leo, Scorchet, and Wendy. Leon was the one with the yellow overcoat and multicolored brody. Scorchet was the blonde lass wearing a pink 2-piece swimsuit. Wendy was a cute witch dressed in garments of green and orange. But I could not remember the name of the last fighter. She wore a pink bobble hat, long leather brown boots, and a snowy white dress. I only played her a couple of times, mainly because she was extremely difficult to control. Good luck with good luck with modding. Good luck with being a mod X. I almost said the word again. I don't have the lurk thingy set up. So her supreme moves were nearly impossible to execute, and unless I was in the perfect position, the payoff was usually lackluster. Briefly lost in retro gaming world, I was startled to see Penny finished with her shopping. Luckily, she didn't take as long as I feared. I almost got it again. She apologized a couple of times, but I waved it off as nothing major. Seeing that she had 3 bags of shopping in each hand, I offered to take them off from her. In the end, we split the deal. 3 bags for me and 3 for Penny. I'm sorry, X. I'm gonna get around to setting it up someday. But today is not the day. Wow, these are quite heavy, I remarked. How much shopping did she do? Again, Penny apologized. I got Pain. Scene 4, Floor 3, into gaming territory. That rhymes. After shopping in one of the main clothing stores, Penny had more or less overcame her rush of adrenaline. We both checked out a few of the lesser-known stores, but it was just for the sake of browsing, if anything else. I was wondering what was on the next floor, Penny asked me. Floor 3, well, I rubbed my cheek with my forefinger, looking sideways at nobody in particular. There's mostly arcade games on that floor. Whereas Penny had an affinity for clothes, your weakness was video games. Fuck! 9:35. No, if yeah. I'm dying inside bit by bit. Whereas Penny had an affinity for clothes, my weakness was video games, Retro one specifically. Ever since playing Jumpman when I was a little kid, gaming has unquestionably become my favorite pastime. Oh boy. I was surprised to see that Penny was copying my previous behavior. The despair. The despair. Well, I don't mind if uh, Blank want to go up there. After all, I did wait patiently for Blank did wait patiently for me when I was shopping for clothes. She said that, but her mannerisms made me think otherwise. Penny's eyes bypassed the escalator and homed in diagonally up the excitement that filled floor 3. The third floor was well known for its large amusement arcade known as Plasma Blitz Arcade, but it wasn't all about the latest in gaming and technology. There was a games workhouse, a medium-sized store filled with fantasy books, models of heroes and monsters, as well as all sorts of tabletop games. There were a few other attractions as well, but Plasma Blitz pretty much dominated a good portion of the third floor. I recalled the 4 figurines dangling from Penny's handbag and wagered Penny was just as much as the games as I was, maybe more so. I rest my hands behind my head. Well, we could go up there. Not even bothering to wait for me, the small girl boosted to the next escalator. Even the automatic stairs were not fast enough to satisfy Penny's burst of momentum. She rushed to the top before I could even finish my sentence. Not wanting to lose sight of her, I dashed onwards, barely evading a family and an elderly couple in the process. This is so... At least I'm getting brain practice from this. My brain cells are regenerating. That's even possible. Floor 3, or the arcade floor as most teenagers called it, was always busy after a day. On a Saturday, however, it was insane. It was like an indoor festival taking place, complete with internet celebrities, gaming champions, and cosplayers among the hundreds of others. I waded through the ocean of colorful people, trying my hardest to ignore the overwhelming noise. It didn't take long to locate Penny. She was standing in front of a massive marble sculpture of a spaceship, reminiscent of the Galaga series. She took some photos of the attraction before I joined her. Pretty cool, isn't it? I said, making myself loud enough to be heard. Penny takes one more photo before replying, "It's amazing. I wish my town had this much excitement." I was half expecting Penny to continue walking north to Plasma Blitz, but were surprised when Penny made a sudden detour to Games Workhouse. Penny noticed your change in expression. Fuck! 9:35. Sorry, I just remembered something she told me. It's my little sister's birthday next week, and well, she's kind of interested in this sort of stuff. Sure, no problem, I replied, thinking about it. I never really delved into this store yourself. 9:40. It's just getting longer. If if this game ends before the penalty time, it's gonna carry over to the next stream. So someone has to remind me. Or no, I'm just gonna take note of it. Sure, no problem, I replied, thinking about it. I never really delved into this store myself, so it might make for a refreshing change of pace. I'm gonna be so smart when this is done. Even smarter when I have to do it the next stream. Okay, thanks. As I closed the door behind me, the racket was reduced by a third, making me relax a little. The store of Games Workhouse was quite ordinary looking. Brown carpet, beige walls, nothing amazing to speak about, really. However, it was the items inside that brought the store to life. Models, tabletop games, paint kits, fantasy novels, posters made to look like ancient scrolls. For those people heavily into role-playing games, Games Workhouse was the #1 place to be. We both walked down a couple of wide steps. In front of me was a large rectangular table made into a battlefield with D&D, made into a battlefield with grassland, trees, and models of warriors. One player was on one side, another player on the other. Fuck. Humans allied with dwarves were clashing with orcs and goblins, and it appeared neither side gained an advantage. I was not even taking part, but I was on edge watching it. Outcomes were determined by clever strategy as well as the luck of the dice. Meanwhile, Penny asked the shop assistant, a middle-aged man with a very large beard, the whereabouts of the Ecstatic Fantasy series. They were a selection of game books and became popular due to its deep storytelling and complex puzzles. The man knew straight away and guided Penny to the front end of the store. Whilst the battle between allies and greenskins was intriguing, I managed to pull myself away and look at everything else. It was all fascinating to look at, especially the wide variety of models, but the prices were pretty steep. Even 2 or 3 miniatures would burn a hole in my pocket. I'm getting better, at least. After some browsing, I walked over to Penny, where she was still deciding on what books to get for her sister. There were dozens and dozens of them, so it must have been challenging to know which one she hasn't read yet. Making some small talk with her, you'll... Never mind. I just jinxed myself. Okay, that's 9:45. Boy, I'm just tracking it up, aren't I? I learned that Cherry is the name of Penny's younger sister, and there was not much of an age gap between the two of them. I mused that Penny's parents must have quite the imagination when it came to naming their 2 daughters. In the end, Penny brought her sister a small handful of fantasy books. Satisfied with her purchase, we both exit out of the store and set sail for Plasma Blitz. Big F. That's 40 minutes of penalty. You were a short distance away. 9:45. 45 minutes of penalty. I'm so good at this. I was a short distance away. We were a short distance away from the goal when we accidentally collided with somebody. Under normal circumstances, both people would have apologized and moved on, but the person we bumped into did not share those sentiments. The guy looked 1 or 2 years younger than us, or me, and his massive blonde hair suggested that it was washed with super glue. Is that a thing? Do people wash their hair with super glue, or is that a name for wax, for hair wax? He had the dark green vest and shredded jeans and wore a copper chain around his neck. Hey, what the hell's blank problem? He shouted in spite of the short distance. Are blank trying to pick a fight or something? Though shorter and weedier than I was, this teenage kid certainly had quite the attitude. Thank you for the follow, Kyrene. I appreciate it a lot. I hope I can't even say my thing because it has the banned word in it. Hello, welcome to. Have fun watching me play this game. By the way, just so I can give context, Bayani banned this word Bayani banned this word, so I cannot say it. Give me a second. I'm going to allow myself to type this once, just so I can explain it. So that word is banned, and it's very hard. I've already racked up quite a lot of penalty time for this. Oh, if you fuck. Okay, 9:50. Check my rewards and challenges. It's there. Anyone can ban a word. Anyone can ban a word. For 2,000 points, anyone can ban a word. It's a choice in the rewards and challenges for the channel points. Bayani, you know what? I might. I might bump it up. This is a catastrophe. Penny nervously. Okay, let's go back. Penny nervously took a step back, unsure whether to intervene or not. In all honesty, I have no idea who bumped into who. I was just very unlucky to bump into the wrong person. Since the guy is all in my face, it's going to be outright impossible to ignore. Need to do something to amend. Ah, okay, 9:55. That's 55 minutes of penalty time. The guy is all in my face, he's going to be outright impossible to ignore. I need to do something to amend the situation. I could push him and give him a lesson he would never forget. Another option would be to reprimand him, tell him off, but without resorting to violence. I mean, I'm all for reprimanding. Wait, I need apps on. And I think reprimanding would be the better choice. I don't think Penny would appreciate us just fighting this dude on our date. I did not register. Okay, there we go. I could clearly punch this guy into next week, but I was no longer a stupid child in primary school anymore. Instead, I take another approach. I walk a single small step towards him. Dude, seriously? It was an accident. What the hell is Blank's problem? I replied. The spiky blonde attempts to stare me down, a task difficult due to him being smaller than me. I stand my ground, not budging an inch. Jackass. Just calls us a jackass, okay. The guy mutters. He shoved his hands in his pockets and tossed off before I had the chance to talk back. I noticed Penny was lightly holding my left sleeve. Sorry, I should have done something, she apologized. I shrugged and said that it was just one of those things and no apology was needed. And our fuck, are blank okay? Penny nods meekly. Mm-hmm. Penny, I hate you. No, that was close. Wait. Okay, let me calculate. That's 41, okay. We got 36 points last time. That's 5 points for reprimanding. Yeah, I'm good. Ready to check out the arcade. That brought a smile to her face. The incident with the punk was now buried in the past, of course. Let me just... Forgot that was a... Okay. I've drinking my water for this part. When I reach Plasma Blitz Arcade, excitement fills me from head to toe. Plasma Blitz was an attraction both bizarre and brilliant. It was built as a bright purple palace, highlighted with zigzags of neon green and neon orange. The large inviting double doors were permanently wide open. They may as well include a gigantic vacuum cleaner, sucking in everybody within a 1 mile radius. I walk inside and beckon Penny to follow. Occupying the mauve carpet, navy walls, and bright lights was an overwhelming variation of arcade machines and pinball machines. Not to mention machines that test people's strength, machines that test people's intelligence, machines that test people's compatibility with their partners. Okay, that took a lot out of me. Anything from retro to modern was all showcased in one colossus room. The ambience, the combination of people and music was incredible chaos. A mishmash of heavy metal music and supersonic dance soundtracks and a plethora of other sound effects filled the air immensely. But I had to act fast. Scanning around, I could only see a dozen or so vacant games to play. Even those were starting to fill up quickly. That was a problem with Plasma Blitz on a Saturday. It wasn't the case of finding my favorite game. It was more of the case of taking whatever was available and making the most out of the situation. Over there, I shouted, pointing at what appeared to be a large glass container filled with, well, I wasn't sure exactly, but no one was playing it, so it was up for grabs. Penny nodded and followed my short distance to the short distance to the machine. Her mind was half focused on me and half focused on everything else. We both made it to the machine. There was a fuck 10. That it ends at 10. That's a 10. I said it again. We both made it to the machine. There was a big joystick on the right with a few buttons on the left. The container held all sorts of plushy aliens and monsters, and looming above them was a singular silver mechanical arm. My shoulders slumped a little. In my opinion, UFO catchers were not exactly the most exciting attractions in amusement arcades, but it was better than nothing. I mean, personally, I actually like those games. Like I know there's like a huge chance it's rigged, but still fun. Well, ladies first, I volunteered. Penny glances at me before checking out the UFO catcher. She retrieves a coin and carefully puts it in the slot. The lights surrounding the machine suddenly stop flashing around. The game was on. Okay, actually, give me a sec. I need to refill my water. Because I cannot go on like this. I'm gonna put up the BRB screen while I... Alright, I'm back and my reactive PNG is gone again. It's gonna pop up in a bit. Just give it some time. I've got my water. Let me actually right now. Okay. Okay, we got this. Even though this was her oh, there it is. Even though this was her first time playing a UFO catcher, Penny adapted well to the controls. I noticed how precise and patient she was, whereas I saw myself as a press button and hope kind of guy. Try as I might, I found it difficult to tear myself away from Penny's face. She looked seriously adorable when she was concentrating. Everyone says that. I guess everyone just has a thing for concentrated people. A yellow grouchy looking cyclops was her selected target for the claw. Yellow looking cyclops just reminds me of minions. Not the grouchy part, but not a good. I want them out of my sight. Doesn't people look like they're taking? They do though. I don't. I'm not entirely. I don't entirely understand what's so attractive about it. Maybe it's only attractive if you know. You. I said the word. 10:05. Maybe it's only attractive if they like the person, you know. I said it again. Okay, 10, 10, 10. Oh wow, I'm just racking up these penalties, aren't I? I'm just gonna shut up. Oh, by the way, thanks for joining the server, Kyrene. Discord server. I'll welcome you after the stream. Like on the Discord server. I'm out of it. Wow. I said the word again, didn't I? How many minutes is that? That's an R. That's an R. That's an R of penalty. A little to the left and a teensy bit to the right, and the claw stopped. Its fingers slowly stretched open, ready to snatch the target away. The claw descended lower and lower and lower. Success! Penny clutched the dangling prize and moved it over to the pocket in the corner. She released the claw's grip, and the prize dropped down, ready for the taking. On my first try, she cheered. She made the Cyclops make a silly little wave with its floppy arm. I folded my arms and nodded in approval. Not bad, not bad. I inhaled sharply and cracked my knuckles. This no longer felt like a simple game of catch the monster, but a challenge to see how worthy I was as a human being. I almost got gutted by that. Yes, I shall obtain an even rarer monster and win the challenge, and Penny's heart, maybe. Coin swiftly inserted, I moved to the joystick and readied the claw. I don't think this dude's gonna make it. You narrow your eyes and try to see something. I said the word. Ugh. I said the word. Ugh. That's 10:20. I narrow my eyes and try to see anything that takes my fancy. Aha! Partly buried among the monsters was a lady necromancer. She was smaller compared to everyone else, but wore a large pointy hat, a big enough target for the claw to grab onto. Due to my impatience, your movements were quicker and clumsier than Penny's, but you're 10:25. But my luck compensated for this. The claw clutched the tip of that hat and the necromancer along with it. Sorry, Penny, but it looks like I was not the only one with beginner's luck. But in a blink of an eye, the necromancer plummeted back into the pile, as the claw still had the hat attached to it. You never expected. Oh wait, I said the word 10:30. Can you guys hear my despair from miles away? I said it again. Oh, oh my god, my brain is slowing down right now. Okay. You know what? I said it again. What? 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 I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this though. My prediction, my penalty will be 3 hours. It just keeps extending. I never expected the hat to be a separate part of equipment. Penny buried her face with her hands, trying her hardest to control her laughter. The moment was made even funnier when I subconsciously released the claw, claiming only the hat as a consolation prize. Another coin goes in and I try again for the necromancer, a task even harder due to her lack of headwear. On my second attempt, he managed to grab one of her tiny hands. I said it again. Fuck. Let's just make it 2 hours. Oh wait, no. 10:30, no, 10:40. I'm pretty sure it's on 10:40 already. It might as well be 2 hours. So, 1 hour more of penalty, basically. Another coin goes in and I try again for the next one. On my second attempt, I managed to grab one of her tiny hands, but unfortunately it slipped out of my grasp when I brought the device up. I sighed through my nose and glanced at Penny. It was hard to read her seemingly normal expression. Did she want to see you win the prize, or was she masking her impatience? Maybe it would be best to call it quits and try out another game. Type leave to leave the UFO catcher. Type coin to have another go for the prize. I want it. Sorry, Penny. You're gonna have to bear with me. I said it again. Oh, I'm livid. 10:45. Pain, 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 pain. And as they say, third time's the charm. Okay, one more go, I tell Penny, and then we'll play something else. I place my third coin into the UFO catcher and ready the mechanical arm. Are we trying for the Necro Girl again? Penny asked, to which I nod in reply. Satisfied with its position, I was about to lower the arm when, hold on, we need to move it more to the left. A quick burst of coldness entered your chest. Yeah. 10:50. Going to see God really. A quick burst of coldness entered my chest. Penny's interruption really took me by surprise. Nevertheless, I listened to her advice. Like this? A little bit more. Instead of moving the joystick full throttle, I start to make flicking motions with it. Now, move the arm down. Looking at the way the arm was positioned, I realized Penny had really good perception. I steadily lowered the arm. Keep lowering it, Penny tells me. We should be able to grab hold of her body. Her body's bigger than the rest of her, so you might have, I don't know. Sheesh. And 50. Oh, I'm seeing my soul right about now. For the next stream, I might pick a game that doesn't require me to speak. Mission complete. I moved the prize to the right and plopped it into the winning pocket. Who would have thought that something so simplistic could invoke all the tension and emotion? Victory! I cheered, raising the trophy high in the air. Penny cheered along with me. Although it was a noisy atmosphere, some people wondered why the pair of us were this excited. Eureka! We did it, we did it. That reminds me of Dora. I continued cheering for a moment, then you paused and raised an... yeah, 10:55. Wait a moment, did she just say... Penny covered her mouth and went every shade of red. No, I never said that. Look, over there, let's try that game. Which word? Eureka? I watched Penny as she pointed around the middle west part of the room. We only got 5 points from that. That's so sad. Should we have just moved on? Oh well, I wouldn't know. It's been so long since I played this game, so I don't remember anything. Only like small bits and pieces. By passing a group of cosplayers, me and Penny visit the next vacant game. I could have sworn people were multiplying at a rate of knots. My eyes became disbelieving tiny white circles. The game consisted of a rectangular table split into two sides. 10 holes in one side and 10 holes in the other. It was made to look like a grass meadow, but no grassy meadow was ever complete without plastic pink mallets. Whack-a-mole? Seriously? I said. Penny looked a little ashamed. Well, we never know. It might be cool. I shrugged and smiled. Cool wouldn't be my choice of word, but it might be silly enough to be entertaining. Who the fuck are... No one this is whack-a-mole in my presence, okay? Whack-a-mole might be one of the most entertaining games in existence. Like, if I see that in any arcade or like any event, I would make a beeline for it. When the coins were inserted into the table, we both armed ourselves with the pink mallet. It was surprisingly weighty. Yeah, that's how it is. Felt like I had a serious weapon in my hand. You make a... Okay, it ends at 11. Ooh. I make a mental note to keep a good grip on the mallet. I look opposite and notice, in spite of her size, Penny managed a reasonable hold. Sound similar to that of a doorbell was heard inside the table. The two of us readied our weapons of mole destruction. The moles are gonna go extinct. I waited and waited, but nothing happened. You can fail. That's another one. 11:05. It keeps getting worse. Don't end. I waited and waited, but nothing happened. I can faintly hear a couple of mechanisms swirling and clunking inside, but ultimately no action. I lower my stance and wonder if there was something wrong with the game. Out of the blue, manic laughter burst out of the top right hole. As did the carrier of the laughter, a big fat podgy mole with a clown's hat and a massive grin. I tried to strike the target, but it quickly disappeared back in its hole. More moles appeared on my side, each one resembling some kind of wacky character. Given the weight of my hammer and the speed of the moles, I really underestimated the level of challenge this game possessed. I glanced to the other side. Penny was doing seriously well. She was blasting groups of moles into submissions, whereas I was struggling. Oh my god, that was close. I was struggling to hit more than one at a time. Time was up and I looked at my score. Penny announced she got 25 moles, whereas I only managed 18. We locked eyes and grinned. More coins went in the machine you prepared. Fuck. That's 11:10. Whereas I was struggling to hit more. Okay, never mind. More coins went in the machine and we prepared ourselves for the next rematch. Okay. We could play. What the hell does playing crazily entail? I don't think that's appropriate. We should probably just play competitively. Like, just mildly competitively. Not to the point that we're gonna ruin a relationship just because of it. I am curious what crazily entails though. I might do it on my next run through. Right, I was just warming up in that game. Next time I won't hold back. Penny nods from my statement as she readies her mallet again. Well, in that case, may the best girl win. I talked a big game, but now I had to back it up. I have a few seconds to prepare my game plan. First of all, that hole in the top left was very difficult to reach, so I decided to leave that one. Besides that, it was all really down to reaction. I tightly gripped my mallet and braced myself for the game to commence. My arm was like a blur of speed, striking fast and striking hard. To her credit, Penny also played exceptionally well, even better than her previous game. The last mole got struck down, the scores revealed to be a close shave, but I managed to defeat Penny. It made me wonder if it truly was beginner's luck, or whether Penny had a natural talent when it came to most things. Nice job, Penny commends me. I did my best to keep up though. I smiled in thanks and told her she really went all out on that round. All in all, we enjoyed the workout and it appeared Penny did as well. Okay. 51. We got 41 last time, so that's a lot of points. No wait, that was 46. Oh no, I lost track. Oh well. I'm just gonna stop keeping track then. Give me a second. I felt tempted to have another bash at Whack-A-Mole, but close by, I noticed two people leaving a fighting arcade game ripe and for the picking. This must have been a recent machine, for this is the first time I have witnessed it. The title of the game read, Seasonal 4, Fighting Finesse. Out a gape, I tore myself from a Whack-A-Mole and charged onto the joysticks and buttons connected to the new game. Though in a less than animalistic manner, Penny wasted minimal time in joining me, only to see why I was so excited. Covers her mouth in sheer alarm. Oh my goodness, that's Seasonal 4, I finished. Looks like it's been given an arcade makeover, but I never expected it to look this good. Examining the arcade machine rekindled everything that made my childhood awesome. The machine stood out from the rest with its daring shade of bright pink, along with its bronze-colored italic title. On the left side of the machine showed Leon and Scorchet, but larger, brighter, and far more detailed. It was an amazing collision between Scorchet's flaming fist of doom and Leon's defending enchanted umbrella. The sort of art that you wanted to see in a gallery. The right side was equally immersive. It showed Wendy unleash a devastating tornado towards the white dress character whose name I could not remember. I gathered she had something to do with ice though, for she summoned mass wall of it to defend herself from Wendy's attacks. At the front, it displayed all 4 characters, each of them making a pose depending on their behavior. The main screen is now cycled between the title and various short demos. Like I recalled in my youth, the fighting game was still in 2D, but the graphics underwent a serious renovation. I took a deep breath and put the money in the machine, enough for 10-minute matches. Penny readies the joystick and 6 buttons on the left side, and you do the same on the right. A merry little ditty was heard as we entered the character selection screen. Afterwards, a feminine voice told the both of you, 11:15. Told the both of us to shout our character. Shout our character, I repeat quietly. Surely the game was meant to choose our character. But when you... 10:20. 11:20 pala. But when I moved the joysticks around, I realized I was unable to highlight any of them. Penny was deep in thought for a while, and then she spotted something. Some kind of device between the 2 sets of joysticks and buttons. She leaned forward and spoke into the device. Play on. That's actually pretty unique though, imagine. The machine recognized the word called out and replied in full name verified. Happy springtime, Peleon. Penny gasped. It's voice activated. Name invalid. Oops, Penny moves back a bit before talking again. You have to 11:25. I hate this game. Oh god. You have to speak into the mic to choose the fighter. A novel, if unusual concept, I mused to myself. I lean towards the mic and call out my character. That is, which character do I want to call out? I avoid choosing Penny's character preon since we thought Fuck. 11:30. Since I thought same fighter battles were pretty boring and samey. That leaves Wendy and Scorchet. Wendy has exceptional speed and is able to summon miniature air elementals to confuse the enemy. Scorchet is more of an in-your-face. Are you kidding me? Why is that word everywhere? Jeez, it's everywhere. I can't escape it. That's 11:35. Actually 11:40 because I said it again. I'm not good at this. Why am I getting a sense of deja vu? Why am I suddenly getting a huge sense of deja vu? Scorchet is a more of an in-blank face type, not the best speed but can launch fireballs at will, as well as enhance her physical attacks with fire. For the previous word bans, I don't remember actually. I don't think anyone's actually like ready. Don't think anyone's redeemed it before because we've only added it pretty recently, and not a lot of people have that many channel points for me. But I am still getting a huge sense of deja vu for some reason. Whatever. And then there's the mystery character who can harness the power of cold and ice, but I have no idea what her name is, or do I? I mean, we could just go for Scorchet. From what I remember of this game, picking the mystery character doesn't really bode well. Just pick Scorchet. Hello, Broken Candle. Welcome to the stream. I did not register. Scorchet. Enjoy your stay, by the way. You're just playing Penny Black. Am I spelling it wrong? Okay, there we go. Scorchet, I call into the mic. Upon hearing my voice, the sassy, scantily clad Firelass was summoned, readying for engagement. Me and Penny spent the first match practicing the basic moves and special attacks. Scorchet's moveset was pretty straightforward, just like back in the day with my older console. Oh, this is so hard actually. Word bans. I'm really gonna up the channel points for that one. Just like back in the day with my older console, quarter circles were for fireballs and the Z move was to activate the rising flame kick. Penny appeared confident with her play on as well. Once practice was over, the fighting was underway. As we engaged, I learned that Penny played very defensively and was really good at countering most attacks. Every jump attack I made was met with an upwards umbrella slash, and every throw I attempted was immediately broken off. Penny also used the time limit to her advantage and even claimed a few games via timeout. It was time for a change of strategy. On the next game, me and Scorchet unleashed fireball after fireball. Even though Playan's defense was great, my attacks that almost got me. My attacks were chipping away at her health. She had to close the distance between us, but when she did, I was already ready with my own counterattacks. Flaming kicks, inferno punches, and cartwheels of fire quickly rendered the game to equal footing. I'm gonna drink water. Score is 58. There's points a while ago were 51, so that's now 7 points. The battle continued to seesaw with neither of us gaining a clear advantage. It all boiled down to the last round. From the get-go, Penny's Playon activated her supreme move, Never Forecasted Shower. It covered the whole screen with no chance of blocking. The move made no damage, but it significantly reduced Scorchet's speed and attack. But this was the last round, and there was no way you were Ah, 11:45. I can't even keep track anymore. This was the last round and there was no way you were going. I said it again. What is wrong with me? Oh, my brain is slowing down. 11:50. I pressed on, giving it everything I've got. 10 seconds left, and both of us were on critical health. At the same time, Cleon brought down her Brawly, and I unleashed the Rising Flame Kick. The powerful impact resulted in a double KO, a tie, a draw. Neither of us could believe it. Without realizing, the two of us gained a small audience, and they made a collective gasp when they witnessed the double knockout. Still, it was a great experience, and one which we hope to repeat sometime in the future. I hope to repeat sometime in the future. I'm not entirely sure. Penny and I shook hands and decided it would be a good idea to leave the arcade. Loads upon loads of people have swarmed in and the atmosphere was getting quite unbearable. We both waded through the crowds again and made the way towards the lift. I pressed the button for the ground floor. Soon you will be back. I said it again. 11:50? I've lost track. Oh, I think it's 11:55. Both waded through the crowds again and made the way towards the lift. I pressed the button for the ground floor. Soon I will be back outside again and hopefully the weather should have cleared up by now. Scene 5, return to Soma City Square. Cool soothing air welcomed us back to the outside world of Soma. We returned the same way we entered Center Plus Plus. Why do they keep using that word? Walking across a bridge and arriving back at Soma City Square. Though breezy, the rain clouds had all but left, and the appearance of sunlight made me shield my eyes. By coincidence, I noticed Penny briefly checking the time on her phone. I learned from school gossip that Penny had a rather strict upbringing. Therefore, she would probably want to leave sooner rather than later, lest she might get in trouble with her parents. My mouth tightens. After this date, you get the impression that this would... I said the word 12 o'clock. So that's 1 hour and 20 minutes. No. 2 hours and 20 minutes? Fuck. I'm digging my own grave right here. After this date, I get the impression that this would be it. That this dream would disperse and I would return to normality and everything would be the same boring and predictable cycle. I clenched a fist. No, now was not the time for dark and depressing thoughts. There was not a lot of time left, so I have to seize the opportunity and make the most of it. A more solemn ambience greeted us since our last visit to the square. The magician had left the area, leaving behind his magic and razzle-dazzle performances, and the busker with her saxophone was also no longer present. There were no dancing children around the fountain either. It simply stood in the middle, a lone masterpiece, spraying its water back and forth like before. A short distance north of the fountain were two market stalls, one blue with white stripes, the other a simple color of red. Market stalls were commonplace on a Sunday, but there was always one or two that wanted to get a head start on the trading business. The blue and white stall sold a variety of snacks and drinks, and the red stall sold phone charms that brightly stood out from the black cloth underneath. Hey Penny, I can't even say it. Hey Penny, would blank like... I was about to finish that sentence with something to drink, but Penny's taste buds reacted quicker than anything else. As I hurried over to the stall, she had already purchased a cherry-flavored cola. I was starting to get thirsty myself and decided to buy a drink as well, a nice and refreshing fizzy lemonade. With her lips sipping through the straw, Penny then examined the phone charms on the next stall. She withdrew her purse with her free hand, but then her shoulders started to slump slightly. It was a high possibility that she wanted a charm but didn't have a lot of money left. Hey, are blank okay? I say. Penny jumped back when I spoke to her. Oh yes, really, I was just having a look at them. I have a look at the phone charms. They all had a very fantasy feel to them. Orcs, goblins, knights, dragons, all expertly crafted and painted. Definitely nothing I would see at an ordinary store. As I will come to expect, their uniqueness came with a pretty high price tag. It was time to make a decision. Type penny if you want to buy penny a charm. I said the word. 12:05. It's just getting longer and longer. No. So bad. I mean, I'd want to get both. Penny definitely wants one though, but I also want one, so let's go with both. We could be matching. I simply could not resist in buying a dark paladin. The way he posed with his enchanted sword and black armor made him impossible not to buy. I then faced Penny, who gave you a surprised look in return. I insist. I say to Penny, I'll buy my treat. There was a bit of protesting, but in the end, Penny gives in to my kindness. Perhaps seeing me buy something for myself has given her some reassurance. She has a look at all the available phone charms and reached a conclusion. I'll take that one, she said, pointing to what looked like a female spellcaster painted in all sorts of vivid patterns. The man behind the stall nods with a smile. The Chaos Sorceress and the Dark Paladin, quite the interesting pair. I gave the man a stern stare whilst giving him the money. The Sorceress is handed over to Penny and the Paladin was given to me, each one neatly stored inside the tiny paper bag. With nothing left to see and do, the two of us leave the square and carry on walking around the city. Blank didn't have to do that, Penny told me. I rest my arms behind my head and pretended it was no big deal. I know, but the way Penny was looking at them, I see. Penny smiled at her gift and then towards me. I promised to pay Blank back. I shrugged and replied, sure, whenever, don't worry about it too much. I wanted to press on, saying that the gift was for her and no money was necessary, but in the end, thought it easier to keep it short and sweet. The two of us crossed over a road and walked along wide pathway to the east. 65. Our score a while ago was 58. That's 7 points again. Scene 6, the seafront. The cries of seagulls indicate my arrival at the seafront. As I walked further and further, I took a good look around. Luck was on our side, for there were not many people about. Some teenagers, a family, the occasional cyclist, but that was it. Penny then turned slightly to the left and strolled over to the railings. She clasped her hands around the barrels and ever so slowly leaned back. I need to drink water again. With her eyes gently closed, Penny graciously accepted the wind as it chilled her face and animated her short black hair. Looking at her made you 12:10. I'm slowing down. Oh god, that reminds me, I haven't drank my med. Give me a sec. I'm so sorry. I need to take my meds. Or not really meds. Enhancers? Boosters? I mean, I just call them meds because that's the only word I know. Hello again, Shaggy. Welcome to again. Alright, drank them. I was 2 hours late to drinking them, but it's fine. Better to... Oh, the D&D boss. I think Give me a second to read up on it again. Is this a homebrew type of boss? Pretty cool. Oh yeah, I remember Marsh plays Roblox quite a lot. I mean, nowadays, a lot of people I know play Roblox quite a lot. Okay, back to the game. Looking at her made me wonder if she was real, if any of this was real. A crazy unexplained part of me wanted to hug her from behind, but the remainder of my common sense overruled this. Adios, Shaggy. I wonder, was every human being capable of all of these conflicting emotions? I walked next to her, standing not too close and not too far away. I E. E. Standing not too close and not too far away, the blue sky was highlighted with a faint shade of lilac. The weather was steadily getting warmer, typical, just as the weather was improving. Penny's time with me was limited. Strolling towards the railings, I peered down. The beach was normally very pebbly, but today the tide was out and revealed the wet, smooth, and sandy surface. From a distance, oh my god, that was close. I can see a mother holding hands with a toddler who was protected with an inflatable arm and leg bands. It looked like a miniature flotation device. Further ahead was a windsurfer braving the watery waves. I can just make out the white flag and board bobbing up and down. There were a few more people dotted around, but besides that, it was all very calm. At least it should have been calm. For some reason, my mind was starting to split into two. I 12:15. Like I was having some kind of migraine. The silence was starting to get on my nerves. Should we talk? I don't think we should. One thing that's pretty unique about this game is that rewinding is not possible. Quick saving is not a thing. So if you make a choice, you have to live with it. If you want to make a different choice, I said the word 12:20. If a person wants to make a different choice, they'd have to restart the game. Play from the start. In Penny seems like she'd want to quiet, but considering this is our first time playing, I'm not too obsessed with getting perfect marks. So let's just talk. We could try the quiet option on our next run through. I could not help myself. I just had to break the ice and relieve all of this tension. I really enjoyed myself today. Penny slowly opened her eyes. The sunlight made her feel sleepy. It certainly did. Irene, please, no, don't do this to me. Oh, if Irene, one wants to do that, they would have to earn 10k points because I will be upping the amount that person needs to spend to activate it. Because this is a nightmare. This penalty will carry on to my next stream. Good luck. I wish you luck. I said 12:20. We certainly did a lot of things, she replied. I rubbed the back of my head and started to chuckle. I can't believe we ran into that Sammy girl. Penny took her time in answering. Sammy? Oh, her. Yeah, she's quite an interesting character. Another minute passed by and I delved deep into the pot of things to talk about. Before I spoke again, however, Penny quickly cuts me off. Sorry, but I better be going. With a nod, the two of us walk side by side. We depart from the seafront and walk for 5 minutes until we arrive at the train station. Unless there were going to be any sudden delays, Penny's train should arrive in the next 4 or so minutes. It was fairly busy but nothing overly crazy. I make sure that Penny has all her shopping and gifts beforehand. I enjoyed myself today, Penny says. I raised my eyebrows in surprise. Really? Penny nods. Especially Center Plus Plus. That place has everything. Oh. I looked to the side and chuckled nervously. I wonder if Penny enjoyed the center more than she enjoyed my company. A minute passes by and a small gossip sails between us. I took a deep breath and made myself look as confident as possible. I was wondering if Penny wanted to go out next week. Penny looks left and right and I subconsciously do the same. Reading the mood, we both walk to a more secluded area. Penny swallows a small lump in her throat and then she looks at me face to face. I like blank, but I don't think I'm ready to start a relationship right now. She glances to her feet. Sorry if I'm being awkward. I suddenly fish out my phone. We're still friends though, right? I reply, trying to brighten up. Penny's eyes lit up. Yes, of course. Once Penny obtained her own phone, we begin to exchange numbers. I knew that Penny hung out with a few of her classmates, but I think I was the first guy to become her friend, and that made me feel somewhat special. Penny remains looking at my phone. She looks a little puzzled. You don't have any friends listed. I rub the back of my head sheepishly. I have my mother on there, but she does not technically count as a friend. I'm struggling right now. I did hear rumors in class that blank were a loner, Penny said quietly and with sadness, but I didn't think they were true. As we swapped phones again. As for response, I had none. It was kind of ironic. Back then at school, the more I wanted to keep to myself, the more of a reputation I acquired. Penny blushed deeply. It appeared she was battling head-on with her emotions in her recent discovery. Start making friends, okay? She said quietly but demanding. If blank does, then I might consider going out with blank again. My eyes widened. The challenge has been set and the only option was to accept or decline. It's a deal, I say. I'll make friends, lots of friends. And with that, Penny's train arrives. The door slides open and she hops inside along with a dozen other people. She waves to me and I wave back. The train sails off into the distance. See Penny at school next week, I whisper to myself. I promise I will not let her down. That was... struggle. Thanks for playing Penny Black. The player scored quite highly as well. Nice one. However, to get an A grade, one must score 85 or more. 85 or more. I think I can kind of pinpoint which parts were the ones where I need to change options, but we'll see in the next stream. For now, I'm proud of what we got. So just for reference, I still have 2 hours of penalty. Yep. 2 hours. 2 goddamn hours. 2 hours and 25 minutes actually of penalty. I'm gonna up the yeah, we racked up no, not we. I racked up 2 hours more of penalty. So this penalty will carry on to the next stream. which is it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun trying to avoid that word. To compensate, I might make it a bit easier on myself. I might make it easier on myself by playing something that doesn't require much talking. Yeah. That's all from me and from Penny Black, and I hope to see everyone. I almost said my tagline. Penny Black was pretty fun. My throat is dying though. That's the problem with these types of games. One has to talk quite a lot for because there's a lot of reading involved, but considering the concept of Penny Black, I don't really not really bitter about it. I hope you guys said it okay. 2 hours and 30 minutes of penalty. I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see everyone in the next stream.